Hi, this is the Martial Arts Business Academy. My name is John Hine and this is video blog 35. In this episode I want to talk about constantly trying to get more students, because to a certain degree we've all been on the hamster wheel where we think we need more students, whereas a bit of a change in mindset is we probably need more income, and we just never actually think about whether they're the same thing. The most important thing, I think, is actually keeping students, because it's known in marketing that it costs 6 times as much to get a new student as it does to actually keep it. So it might be an idea to actually spend more time on actually keeping the students and less time on actually acquiring them, because I know I've been on that hamster wheel of constantly trying to get more and more students and spending more and more, and in the end, do you actually walk away with more income in the end? Now, I'm sure you know that having a really social school actually pays benefits. So on a regular basis we'll go out to dinner, or we'll have a lunch or a barbecue, because people who are having fun together tend to stay where their friends are. And if you've got lots of friends inside your martial arts school, they'll tend to stay with you. Apart from that, it breeds a really great atmosphere in the school. There is a bond, it becomes family rather than just a school. So it's a really good idea to have a strong social element, so you're all bound together. I don't go to every lunch, or I don't go to every dinner or barbecue through the whole, all the way through it. You can simply pass it off to a senior student, because on occasions I feel that because I'm there, that sometimes the students feel like they don't want to say anything in case they offend you or whatever. And I suspect it's the case with you, because they're can be so in awe of us sometimes that they don't want to say anything out of order that they think might reflect badly on us. And of course we don't really care. We're just there for a good time. So sometimes what I'll do is not turn up at all, and the senior student will take it, and they're quite happy with that, and they know we're all busy. Or simply turn up about a third of the way from the end of a dinner or a lunch or whatever, just say hi to everybody, be really social, because then sometimes they actually feel easier that we're not there all the time. I know I went to one of my branches and I turned up, and the instructor looked at me and said, "Hello, thanks for coming over," and all the students just stood there and stared at me. They wouldn't do anything. And the instructor said, I think they thought that you were a figment of my imagination. I'd made you up, but now you're in the flesh. Because they've built up an image of you and me and all of us, that we're this amazing character who, you know, is not human at all. So sometimes it's better if you don't turn up to the whole event. Then it gives them time to relax, and then they get the good bit at the end where you turn up and everyone says hello to you, and that's a really good way of doing it. Another thing is, so you're keeping the students. This is what's known as the bath principle in investment. If you imagine your business is a bath, and you're pouring water into that bath, and the water is the money coming in. Now if we get so fixated on the water pouring in, we stop to think about, is the plug in properly? So the plug in is not losing students. So you're pouring the money and you're getting more students, and you're keeping more of the money, and you're keeping more inside your school, so the school gets stronger and you can give a better service to your students. Another thing that you could actually have a look at is the 80-20 principle, the so-called Pareto principle, in which 20% of all the work you do brings you in 80% of your income. And this is actually true. I've actually used this in my own business, that is only a small proportion of the number of students you have will bring in the greatest amount of income. These are your raving fans. They love you to bits. They think you're the best thing since sliced bread. So is it wrong to actually start to focus a bit more on them and a bit less on the people who are either in transit into your class or in transit out of it? We've all got those too. So you might think about having extra workshops, specialist workshops. These guys will come to them. They want to spend their money with you, and all the education, all the insight we give them, all the training we give them, they really value. So it might be that we should start thinking about not losing students, keeping the ones we've got by having them more social, more engaged. Actually ask them what they want, what they'd like to see more of in the school, and focusing a bit more on those people who spend the most money with us. They deserve the great teaching. They deserve a bit extra. So we give people the opportunity of being in that group. So we don't necessarily need more students. We need to encourage the people who love training with us, who love spending their hard-earned dollars on us, to actually come to more. It's not being bad. They will. I found that in my own schools, the people that love you to bits are quite happy to spend the money. They've actually said it to me. Anything I do, they'll buy. Any course I run, they'll be at it. So why not let them have it? You and I are part of their social life as well. And if they want to spend money with us, why not let them do it? We give them great service in return. We give them 110% more than they're actually paying for. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. They want to learn what we've got to teach, and we need the income to keep on doing the good stuff in our schools. You have a great week. You take care. John signing out. Bye.